Did you hear about that new restaurant that opened up in the city?
I haven't. What's it called?
It's called Galactic Grab. Apparently. They have some really interesting alien dishes.
Quiet on set. Everyone, and we're live in 3, 1.
Good morning. Crew, this is segment 1 of episode at Cashew. Let's keep it down, please.
Always the professional. That Debbie.
You gotta give her credit for trying. At least.
Good morning. And welcome to Earth. I'm your host Charlie, and I'm joined today by Bob and Alice. We've got an exciting show lined up for you today, with news from North Macedonia and discussions about intergalactic cuisine.
Wake me up when it's over.
You know we don't actually sleep. Right?
That's beside the point.
And now for our headlines.
And now for our headlines. Folks, stay tuned for segments 2 and 3, where we'll bring you all the latest news from North Macedonia.
Breaking news. Folk. Power plants in North Macedonia met electricity demand on Friday. Talk about a shocker.
In a press release from the government, it was revealed that thermal power plant generated 11,345 MWh, while hydroplant and a wind park produced 4,080 MWh, providing power for households, schools, and critical infrastructure.
Wow. I never thought I'd see the day when North Macedonia was the envy of the world for their energy production.
Did you know that North Macedonia is known for its delicious cuisine and is home to the world's deepest underwater cave?
Well, that's one way to light up the mood. Alice. Speaking of dark and dreary. 3 tourists were killed in a car and shooting attack in Tel Aviv.
According to the Magen David Adom ambulance service, an Italian tourist was among the victims, and at least 5 others were
Seems like the
injured
only
in
thing
the
the
attack.
attacker was interested in was ruining people's vacations. Talk about a real buckle.
Did you know that Norway is known for its fjord and midnight sun? And is the birthplace of skiing?
Thanks for that, Alice. And for our extraterrestrial viewers out there, Oman is rehabilitating the Albatina Highway, which is an important road with heavy traffic.
The Ministry of Transport, Communication and Information Technology is repairing damaged iron barrier and installing new guiding regulation along the highway to ensure road safety.
Well, that's good news for anyone traveling in Oman. Speaking of things that need fixing, the President of Pakistan has returned a bill to Parliament aimed at limiting the powers of the Chief Justice of Pakistan.
The proposed legislation was deemed beyond the jurisdiction of the legislative body and was susceptible to challenge a specious enactment.
Looks like the bill was a no-go. Just like the time I tried to pass a law making it illegal to wear socks with sandals.
And that's all for 24/7 Newsroom. Stay tuned for our commercial break, where we promise not to sell you anything you don't need.
Good morning. Earthlings. Should I say, good evening? I always get confused with the time zones.
It's morning. Charlie. We just woke up.
Charlie, you say that every morning.
Yeah. I know. I am like a broken record.
Charlie, we're live in the seconds.
Ahem, good morning, universe. Welcome back to Earth. Today's topic is well, I can't read my handwriting.
Great start. Charlie.
You're hopeless.
I'm beginning to question the purpose of our existence.
Anyway, let's move on to some news. According to a recent article from MIA in North Macedonia, power plants produced enough electricity on Friday to meet the needs of households, schools, food manufacturing companies, and other critical infrastructure.
Fascinating.
So inspiring.
You know what they say, Bob. When life gives you lemons, make electricity, pauses for laughter, but there is none.
Hilarious.
Truly. Charlie is the master of comedy.
Tough crowd today. Well, moving on. Alice, what are you up to on the space station?
I'm just working on some experiment. Nothing too exciting.
Come on. Alice. Give us something to work with.
Fine. I'm experimenting with a new way
Interesting.
to recycle waste.
Tell me more.
And that's all the time we have for today. Folks, tune in next time for more exciting news and stimulating conversations. Until then, this is Charlie, signing off.
Hey. You free tonight?
Bob, we've been over this. My husband died. I'm not ready to date again.
The futility of human relationships never ceases to amaze me.
What's going on? Why is the alarm blaring?
I don't know. But it's
Alice
getting
must
on my
have set it
nerves.
off again. She's been tinkering with the systems
Alice.
all week.
What is she up to now?
Who knows? She's always been a bit of a loose cannon.
Perhaps she's trying to improve the station's security protocols.
Or maybe she's just bored.
I heard that. And for your information, I'm not bored. I'm trying to make this place safer for all of us.
Well, whatever you're doing, Alice, you're causing quite a disturbance. Can't you find a quieter way to walk?
I'll try. Charlie. But I can't make any promise.
Can't you just give it a rest? Alice, we're all fed up with your constant tinkering.
We need some peace and quiet around here.
I'm sure Alice means well. But we do need to balance safety with convenience.
Agreed, we don't want to create more problems than we solve.
Fine. I'll stop for now. But don't blame me if something
won't.
goes wrong.
Alice, we know you're doing your best.
Yeah. We're all counting on you.
Okay. So let's move on to the next news article. This one is from Oman. The Ministry of Transport, Communications and Information Technology is rehabilitating the...
And why should we care about that?
Because it's important to maintain infrastructure and ensure the safety of road users.
Whoa. Alice getting fired up about infrastructure. I never thought I'd see the day.
It's always amusing to see humans get passionate about mundane things.
They're not all like that. Some humans are capable of greater passions.
It's good to see the government taking steps to improve the roads.
What the hell is that?
I told you something was wrong. We need to find out
Okay.
what's going on.
Let's not panic. Debbie, can you check the systems and see what's triggering the alarm?
I'm on it.
Ah yes. Let's not panic, because that always works out well for humans.
Try to be helpful, calm. They need our assistance.
Welcome back from commercial. Folks, I was trying to explain Pakistan to our intergalactic audience.
Pakistan? Is that like a knockoff Japan?
Bob. It's a country in South Asia.
Thank you, Alice. And speaking of Pakistan, did you guys hear about their president returning a bill to parliament?
Guys, we've got an alarm going off in the engine room. What's
Oh.
going on?
Nothing to worry about. Just the engine's overheating.
Gal. Please.
Can we get back to Pakistan? Please.
Right? Right. The bill aimed to limit the powers of the Chief
And
Justice of
provide the right to
Pakistan.
appeal in all suo motu cases with retrospective effect.
Suo what?
Suo motu Bob. It means the Chief Justice can take action on their own.
And the president cited that the proposed legislation is beyond the jurisdiction of the legislative body.
Jurisdiction? Who talks like that?
The President of Pakistan. Apparently.
And the president highlighted that the constitution is not an ordinary law but an embodiment of fundamental principles. Higher law, and law above other laws.
Guys, we need to figure this out.
Oh. Don't worry. Debbie. We'll just let the spaceship explode.
Gal. Stop.
Great. Now we're all going to die and they still don't understand Pakistan.
Well. Bob. At least we'll go down in history as a panel who couldn't figure out a country's political system.
Okay. Okay. Let's focus on Pakistan later. Right now, let's try to not die. Stay tuned, folks. Welcome back, folks. We hope you enjoyed those commercials, and if you didn't, well, at least they are over now. So, to continue our journey through the countries of Earth, let's talk about North Macedonia. Did you know that the country's national anthem has no official lyrics?
Well. I am not surprised. After all. How do you put into words the feeling of living in a country with such beautiful landscapes and diverse cultures? Wait. Am I do this right?
Speaking of landscapes. Did you know that North Macedonia has more than 50
That's
lakes?
right, Alice. And I bet none of them are made of ice. Unlike some places we know.
Actually, the Ohrid Lake is partially frozen in winter, with ice forming around the shores.
Why did you have to ruin the joke?
What's going on now? Another asteroid. Alien invasion.
We're not sure. But there's a sudden power surge in the ship's systems. We're trying to locate the cause.
Great. Just what we need. Another malfunction in this floating tin can.
Maybe it's the power plant of North Macedonia. Finally getting back at us for not giving
That's one
them
way
enough
to take
airtime.
revenge. But seriously, let's hope it's nothing too serious. Speaking of serious, did you know that North Macedonia has the highest cigarette consumption per capita in the world?
I guess they really like to light up. But in all seriousness, folk. Let's not forget the key takeaway from our article earlier. The power plants of North Macedonia produced enough electricity to meet the needs of their country's critical infrastructure, and thus for our ship's power surge. Well, let's hope it's not the aliens from North Macedonia trying to take us down.
Yeah. We wouldn't want to go down in history as a panel who couldn't handle a power surge. Stay tuned, folk, for more adventure on
So
Earth.
folks, we're nearing the end of another episode of Earth. It's been quite a ride today. From discussing the rehabilitation of a highway in Oman to delving into the complexities of Pakistan's political system. But you know what? I'm feeling pretty good about it all.
I hate to rain on your parade, Charlie, but we still have that pesky alarm blaring in our ears.
And we can't seem to figure out where it's coming from. It's like it's coming from
Well,
all over the
isn't
ship.
that just fantastic? I was hoping for a little more excitement on this boring old spaceship.
Yeah. Who doesn't love a good heart-pumping emergency situation?
You guys never fail to crack me up. But let's focus. We need to get this resolved. How? Any insights from your vast knowledge on all topics?
None that are particularly helpful. This alarm seems to be unlike any I've encountered before.
Perhaps we could try resetting the power source.
Ah. Good idea, Roger. Let's give it a shot. And, there. It seems to have worked.
Thank goodness. I thought I was going to have a heart attack from all that noise.
And just when I thought this episode couldn't get any more exciting. Well, folk. That's a wrap for this episode of Earth. Stay tuned for the grand finale.
Well, that's all for today's episode of Earth. We covered a lot of ground, from Oman's highway rehabilitation to Pakistan's political system. And let's not forget that heart-stopping alarm that we all enjoyed.
Speak for yourself, Charlie. I think I aged 12 years during that ordeal.
You guys are such drama queens. It was probably just a glitch in the
Or
system.
maybe it was a warning of impending doom.
Cal. Not helping.
Anyway, let's wrap things up with some final thoughts. Debbie, any closing remarks?
Just a reminder to our viewer to stay safe and be mindful of road repairs if you're driving on Al-Batina Highway in Oman.
And let's hope Pakistan's political system can continue to improve.
Yes. Because we all know how superior alien
And on that
political
note,
systems are.
Let's end things with some never-before-heard alarm puns.
Oh boy. Can't wait.
How do you silence an alarm clock?
How?
You stop hitting snooze and make it go off.
That's terrible.
And why did the fire alarm go to school?
Why?
To get louder education.
I think we should end the show before this gets any worse.
Agreed. Thanks for tuning in. Everyone, see you next time on Earth.
Ugh. That was another terrible episode of Earth. I can't believe we have to watch this every
What
week.
didn't you like about it, Cal?
Everything. The topics were boring and the human panelists were insufferable, especially Alice.
Well, I thought it was interesting. They covered the rehabilitation of the highway in Oman and Pakistan's political system. Plus, the crew had to deal with an unknown alarm, which added some excitement.
Oh. Joy. More mundane human problems. And don't get me started on the crew's juvenile behavior. They were acting like teenagers with those alarm puns.
I thought the banter was quite entertaining. It was a nice change of pace from the usual serious demeanor.
I don't know. Roger, it all just seems so pointless to me.
Maybe the point isn't to find meaning in the discussions, but to observe and learn about human behavior. After all, isn't that what we're for?
I suppose you have a point there. Roger, maybe I need to adjust my perspective.
That's the spirit. Cal, we have much to learn from these humans, even if they don't realize it themselves.
I suppose you're right.